Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4. When I last left off, I think I was in the institute talking to Father, but since then I've been having problems with my recording software. So I've done a few missions after that and did record them, but for some reason they got corrupted. So I've done a few missions ahead and I'm up to this one called Battle of Bunker Hill, and I just got to the end of that one and I've got to meet Father on the roof of CIT ruins. So we got up there. We're going to meet him on top of the roof and see what he wants, really. I've only got this, we need some health though. Trying to figure out how to get my software to work for a few days. So, let's go. We don't want to shoot the simps, because there's lots of them. They're helping me destroy these guys. But anyway. So, let's see. There's another way down there. That's probably going the wrong way. I think it's down there. I think this is the way anyway. Don't know where I'm going. Don't know if it's the right way. No, I don't want to go outside. I went outside by accident, I think. Ah, oh, hands are really annoying. Who else excited for Halo Wars 2? And I'm really looking forward to a few games like this year. I like Mass Effect Andromeda and there's another one. Horizon Zero Dawn? I think it's called. Probably end up pre-ordering both of those from. I mainly get mine from this game collection website. I don't know what this weapon is, but it looks like a cool weapon. I accidentally went outside. I don't know what I did there. I brought up this, I think it's a quick menu. We've got to go back into the CRT ruins. Not sure what that stands for.
Are you attempting an ambush?
Too easy.
I think I've fixed my issues with what was it? I was having problems with frame rate and stuff. But I think I was using my CPU before and I don't know. It's been irritating.
Operating at full capacity.
Come on, Stimps. You'll take the rest of them out. So there's a door here, but it goes nowhere. It literally goes nowhere. It just goes up here. I think this might be the way. I'm not entirely certain. I don't know where you go, really. Oh. Running about, trying to find my way out to Father! Nope, there's another one of those bloody things.
Movement detected. Curious.
Oh wow, they killed all the simps. Nick all their ammo. Maybe I got a better gun now I can use. So I could use, where is it? Institute rifle. Got this thing. I like. Just trying to destroy all the simps because the simps are simpy. There's gotta be a way to get there somehow. There's a trunk here. It's got loads of ammo in it. Oh, it's got loads. There's stairs here. I think they lead the same way. I don't know how you get up there. This must be the way. The map's a bit confusing sometimes. The little arrows. Do 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 do. Now we on the roof to talk to Father. It's quite a cool night actually. Stars everywhere. What do we do? What do we do with you? There's this big glowing building over here. Can you see it? Don't know what that is. That's Diamond City. Ah, okay.
Son, you know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once.
Yeah, you've never been outside
They brought me
since
here.
you've been a baby, so.
I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead.
Is it
There's
really?
no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It wasn't always like this. It used to be different.
Used
can
to
only
be
imagine.
before the bombs fell.
Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Kellogg called me the backup.
Did he?
I'm the backup.
Well, he was correct. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only
In this
do so,
chaos, you mean?
but manage to find me.
Yeah.
To infiltrate the Institute itself. extraordinary.
You could have let me out decades ago.
Until I became director,
Yeah, you could have done, I
I had
suppose.
no idea you were there. And after, there was initially no logical reason to do so. Certainly, it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Well, here I am.
Was it worth it?
Was it worth it?
I believe so. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
My own fault.
It's my fault. I wasn't able to complete the mission.
I gave you this opportunity to prove yourself. Particularly to prove to the Directorate that you deserve a place here. That will now
Oh,
be
dear.
significantly harder. There will be accusations that you deliberately sabotaged the mission. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion.
Who's the
This will only
director?
derail. Speaking of which,
We'll
it's
never,
time for
never
you
meet
to
him.
become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting.
Oh,
And you should be there. I'll
who's
be
the
with you.
director?
I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Okay. We'll carry on this mission because I don't know what happened to my recording. We'll go to this directory meeting. Anyway, let's see what they want. And then I go back to Puke Land, apparently. It's 6 are green on the floor. I never noticed. How did he beat me upstairs?
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia, a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Well, that's because they programmed it to be that way. I want to know what this director guy looks like, to be honest.
If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
Maintenance? Saying I'm a synth.
Call this a clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Excuse me, Doctor.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all real people doing real thinking and real work?
Good,
That's the
we're all
future
here.
I want.
Getting annoyed
I think
about the
it's time
robots.
we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure
I'm his
with the
dad,
exception of one.
so why can't I be here?
Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been.
I always
Dr.
reckon he's a
Dale's
synth
keeping an eye on
sometimes,
things topside.
the way he
Yes,
speaks.
Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence
This
noted
this
in
game
several other points
reminds me of
throughout the country.
Westworld. If you have anyone
Intelligence
seen that?
suggests that this
Uh,
railroad continues to operate.
How to build like
More
synthetic humans
ambitious.
and stuff.
SRB agents are monitoring all known situations.
They like building synthetic
It's clear
humans
that
and
our
making
safety needs to be
them
the
intelligent, but
primary
not
concern going
giving them
forward.
full
To
intelligence.
that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Excuse me, but sir, are you sure this is, well, the proper time to be discussing that? Considering, I mean, given all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What is
What's
face
phase
racing?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power.
What kind of
The
power?
kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What compromised them?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide
Are we
enough
gonna live
power to
underground,
the
like,
Institute now and
forever?
It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology.
So this place was
made a
built
great
before
many
the war.
improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir,
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well,
Kellogg is a psychopath, right?
I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way. He has proven more than capable of handling himself.
yes, but
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more
They don't
subject
like
that
me.
requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed.
He's
Every
ill.
experimental
He's dying,
treatment
that's
we
why.
have devised has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
no, can't be
Please,
serious.
everyone, please. I am sorry.
Oh dear.
This is not how I wanted to tell you.
That's why he wants me. That's
we're
why he'd
running
let me
out
go,
of time.
probably.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer.
Didn't really get to
Believe
see you for
me
very
when I
long.
say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership.
Doesn't really care about
The
anything else.
Directorate
So
must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious.
oh dear. There's a lot of
Possibly
pressure.
Justify this. He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists.
Oh, dear.
What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
X688 sounded very
Okay,
impressed
then.
with your work at Libertalia. He doesn't give praise
Rushed
lightly.
work is sloppy at best,
Doesn't give praise a lot, does he?
and deadly at worst.
I don't even know if I want to take over. Who knows?
Hello, Father. I hope your time in the Institute has been enjoyable.
It's been alright.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in.
Stimph.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too
Verification.
presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
Yes. Unsure yet.
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, I clearly have faith in you. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us,
Yes.
but for you especially. I know that
Don't know
you
what to decide yet.
do the right thing.
So there's a lot to think about, and whether to take over this underground, massive, huge area. Apparently green slime everywhere. It's a bit like Ghostbusters. I don't know, something seems sinister about them. Who knows though.
The latest synth generation is just amazing. Those guys in
I
robotics are
don't
working
care.
miracles.
There's a tape here. See what this is.
Look, Director, I'm gonna make the same recommendation I did last time. We did everything we could. 4 years dedicated to preserving this Commonwealth provisional government. You've seen the same reports I have. It's falling apart and fast. We need a plan for what happens when that fall is complete. I know some of the other divisions have suggested we just cut off all contact, hide underground and pretend nobody's home. That would, in my opinion, be a mistake. We can't just give up on these people, and with the android program, we don't have to. We'll soon have the capabilities to deploy androids to the surface in great enough numbers to maintain order.
Yeah,
Just
it's a good idea.
Just think about it, alright? Keep it in mind moving forward.
That's a good idea, actually. So, I think I'll have to end this little gameplay of Fallout. And that mission was called Battle at Bunker Hill. And then it leaded on to Mankind Refined. I did record the beginning of this mission and a little bit before, but it got corrupted or something and I couldn't go back because I didn't save it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this mission. Anyway, I'll probably be carrying on more tomorrow, and it'll be called, I think the mission's called Mass Fusion. I'm not sure what to do yet. There's different factions. I want to see what different endings you can get, because I've played this before, but I only chose the Minutemen. I don't know. I'll just have to see what happens, because I want to see different endings and stuff. But so, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Please like, subscribe, comment.